Coming up on NewsWatch Ole Miss, family members of the victims of the Parkland school shooter have heavy hearts as Nicholas Cruz avoids the death sentence.
Health officials are now saying that the COVID antiviral pill Paxlovid now poses as a serious health concern for those on heart medications.
And the university hosted an on-campus farmers market that helps students and local businesses. NewsWatch Ole Miss starts now. Good evening and welcome to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Kennedy Cooper.
And I'm Olivia Wright. Last night, a deadly shooting in northeast Memphis leaves a 10-year-old and an adult dead with another victim in the hospital. At approximately 1:42 on Dockham Drive, one adult was pronounced dead on the scene while a 10-year-old and another victim were rushed to the hospital. A child did not survive their injuries, and the second adult is still in the hospital in critical condition. Memphis police say that one person detained in connection to the shooting, but this is still an ongoing investigation.
The Oxford Planning Committee approved a site plan proposal from Rand Management for a new gas station. The property is located at 5093 George G. Patterson Parkway on the corner of Highway 314. The applicant received a special exception to install a drive-through window. The site will include 36 parking spaces and 3 handicap destinations. The original plan shared with the Planning Commission showed the window on the incorrect side of the building. Rand Management plans to resolve this issue before sharing the updated site plans with the city.
The city of Oxford is known as a hub for the arts here in Mississippi, and this includes modern artists as well. Artist Mary Catherine Decker is popular in Oxford and on social media for her pop art paintings and other pieces. Reporter Phoebe Kramer caught up with her to learn more about her life as an artist, mom, and business owner.
Catherine Decker is a successful artist from Madison, Mississippi, creating paintings for home and dorm decor while giving art classes around Mississippi.
Okay, so I grew up in Madison, Mississippi, right outside of Jackson, and my mom's an artist, so I just grew up exposed to art. She painted all the murals in my elementary school, and I helped with that, so art has just been a part of my life since the very beginning.
She started a small business of selling her paintings and is extremely successful after getting noticed for her dorm room paintings made by her and her family.
I did a painting for my dorm room at Ole Miss, and then that kind of started my business doing dorm room paintings for other people, and then I started shipping across the United States to almost every single state. And then my business has just evolved, and now I'm doing butterfly paint classes, and since I have a lot of clients in Oxford, it was just kind of natural for us to do a class here.
Since then, her iconic butterfly and heart paintings have been a top seller. She continues teaching her talent, being a mom, and managing her business. NewsWatch, Phoebe Kramer.
For the first time ever, WWE is going around the country to different college campuses looking to get D1 athletes to join the world of wrestling. The first college tour kicked off in Oxford at the University of Mississippi on Wednesday. Student athletes were able to get advice from WWE superstars Raquel Rodriguez, Madcap Moss, and Big E. Students got a chance to learn more about the world of wrestling and WWE's Next in Line program. Ole Miss senior and Rebelette Allie Maddox is the first dance athlete and Ole Miss student to sign with the WWE. Maddox won't step into the ring until she graduates, but is hopeful for her future in the world of dance and wrestling.
In celebration of Food Day today, the Office of Sustainability in Oxford Community Market hosted the campus farmers market. Local farmers, bakers, and artisans set up along Business Row to sell their products and meet with students. In fact, many students were also a part of the market, showcasing their own small businesses that they use to help pay their way through school.
I definitely think that buying local and helping out those in your own community is a big thing that we need to do, especially with it being Oxford. It's a bunch of college kids trying to get through and, you know, just people trying to survive. So I definitely think buying local is #1 top.
Unfortunately, those who were anticipating U.S. Senator Tim Scott's visit and speech tomorrow here on campus will have to wait a little longer. The event, organized by the Declaration of Independence Center for the Study of American Freedom, has been officially postponed with new date to be determined.
Last night, the Student Activities Association held Ole Miss Idol, a spinoff of the singing competition American Idol. University students competed in the union. Winner Fallon Rose Wilson tells her about her journey to the stage.
I used to sing when I was really young, like the age of 2, and my mother used to tell my brother, who's like right there, that she can sing. He's like, she can't sing. I enjoy singing, like it helps my soul. Everybody in every choir keeps telling me, come sing, like you should have did they told me about the Ole Miss events, so they really pushed me and like helped me sign up for it.
Wilson plans to continue singing around campus as much as possible. And coming up, the Parkland shooter escapes the death penalty.
And a COVID antiviral pill may interfere with your heart medication. That and more coming up. But first, here's a look at your current conditions.
It's a picture-perfect day here in Oxford, but would you believe me if I told you it'd be below freezing next week? Stay tuned for more weather updates on NewsWatch Ole Miss.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Great having you.
Incredible women. I wish they had those kind of cool careers for women when we were growing up.
So in this flashback, we're all the same age?
Yeah.
What does everyone want to be when they grow up?
If I say 2 jobs, do I get extra credit?
No.
I want to make immersive video games. I want to revolutionize 3D printing. I want to analyze data from the cloud.
I want to be a meteor.
You mean meteorologist?
No.
That's great, Al. Follow your dreams.
For the record, I was a baby in the 70s.
Psst, they're coming. Places, everybody.
Is my light bright enough? You're such a glow-off.
Well, you know.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Legacy isn't just about where you're from, it's about where you're going. So where are you going?
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate.
I'm going to make a difference.
Just like my granddad.
I'm going to make the bestseller list.
And I'm going to help him get there.
I'm going to win a championship.
Again! I'm going to lock the vault! Hotty toddy!
I'm going to take the next step.
I'm going to bring them to their feet.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Build your legacy.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz avoided a death sentence in Florida courtroom this afternoon. After pleading guilty last October to 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder, anger and frustration struck the heart of the family members of the victims after hearing the recommended sentence of the jury. Mike Valerio has more.
Tears are shed, hands held tight.
We, the jury, unanimously find that the state has established beyond a reasonable doubt the existence of the aggravating factor Nicholas Cruz knowingly created a great risk of death to many persons. Yes.
Only a judge's voice cuts through the silence in a Florida courtroom as she reads aloud a jury's recommended sentences to Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz.
We, the jury, unanimously find that the aggravating factors that were proven beyond a reasonable doubt outweigh the mitigating circumstances established. No.
Cruz is now set to be formally sentenced November 1st after pleading guilty last October to 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder for killing 14 students and 3 school staff members in a shooting rampage at Florida's Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in February 2018.
I pray that that animal suffers every day of his life in jail.
Some victims' family members showing clear frustration as life sentence after life sentence is recommended, and Cruz avoids a death sentence.
I sent my daughter to school and she was shot 8 times. I am so beyond disappointed and frustrated with this outcome. I do not understand. I just don't understand this.
You set a precedent for the next mass killing, and nothing happens to you. You'll get life in jail.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
American universities are losing ground on their title as #1 nation with the highest level of education in universities. While China is moving up through the ranks, next year the U.S. is predicted to have 34 of their universities in the top 100. But 4 years ago, it was 43. The college admissions test company ACT reported that they are seeing the lowest average test scores in more than 30 years. In addition, this nation's founding towards research and development in American universities is at a 7-decade low. Meanwhile, China has had the highest founding in their schools over the past decade.
The number of Venezuelan migrants crossing the perilous Darien jungle in Panama is increasing. This year alone, over 135,000 migrants have entered the Panama border through Colombia. Authorities of Costa Rica are trying to cope with this high number, and in Guatemala, they are seeing similar numbers. National police in riot gear continue to try and stop them, but they lack in numbers to do so successfully. It seems like now more than ever, migrants are willing to face any risk and pay any large sum of money to make their way to the U.S. With flu season upon us and COVID concerns still up in the air, a new health concern has arisen over the COVID antiviral pill Paxlovid. Health officials announced that this pill may have the most dangerous interactions with the most common heart disease medications. Jen Sullivan has more now.
With the cooler temperatures setting in comes an expected rise in risk for flu and COVID-19 infections. Students returning to school and people returning to more indoor activities can raise the chance for spreading the virus. And that's exactly what some countries have already started to see.
Given what we've seen in Australia this summer, our summer, their winter, it's reasonable to expect we're going to see a significant flu season this year.
While the 7-day average of COVID deaths are nowhere near previous peaks, hospitals are already prepping for another possible wave of COVID-19 and the flu.
Get your new flu shot and get your new COVID shot today.
Wednesday, the FDA approved the new Omicron subvariant targeted booster for children as young as 5. The director of the FDA Center for Biologics Evaluation and Research, Dr. Peter Marks, saying as the various waves of COVID-19 have occurred, more children have gotten sick with the disease and have been hospitalized. The push to get vaccinated comes as a new paper warns that Pfizer's COVID antiviral pill Paxlovid can have a dangerous interaction with some common medications used to treat heart disease. When mixed with certain blood thinners, it can increase the risk of bleeding. And interactions between Paxlovid and certain blood pressure medications could cause low blood pressure, flushing, and swelling. Doctors recommend either lowering your dosage or stop using any heart disease meds while on Paxlovid. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Some good news for retirees who get Social Security. There will be roughly $150 extra in each month's check starting next year. The annual cost of living adjustment is its largest increase since 1981 with an 8.7% boost. This means monthly payments will go up by $146 for the 70 million people who depend on Social Security. However, the question still remains in the air on whether or not this boost will be enough to keep up with inflation. That will depend on what happens between now and the end of 2022. Now here again is Hannah Wong with a quick look at weather.
Are you headed to the Grove on Saturday? Get your game day forecast and more on NewsWatch Ole Miss.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 70 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Good evening, Oxford. I'm Hannah Wong with your NewsWatch Ole Miss local weather. I hope you all stayed dry last night with your umbrellas and rain jackets, but I also hope that you got to enjoy some of the beautiful weather that we had today thanks to the rain. Our current temperature is 70 degrees and sunny outside here in Oxford. We can also see the same thing regionally with 71 in South Haven, Holly Springs, Tupelo, and a little bit warmer with 74 in Corinth. Tonight, I hope you bundle up as we'll get to 42 degrees tonight with clear skies and light wind with a small percent of rain. And tomorrow, you can expect it to heat right back up as Mississippi does with 80 degrees as our high, with it being sunny and southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Again, we can see the same thing regionally with 80 in South Haven, 79 in Holly Springs, 78 in Corinth, 80 in Oxford, and 81 in Tupelo. Now let's take a look at our crazy 5-day forecast that we have this week. You can see tomorrow that it'll be warm, just like Mississippi does, as I said earlier. Saturday, you can expect a little bit warmer temperatures, but then you'll see that we'll start to decline Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, with a small percent of rain Sunday morning. And if you'll look, like I promised earlier, the low Tuesday is 31 degrees. So make sure you turn your heater on and get all your blankets. And if you're headed to the game on Saturday, I know I said I was talking about it cooling off, but the Rebs are heating up, and you can expect it to be sunny and 75 at your 11 a.m. kickoff, with it being a little chilly in the Grove at 8, but heating up to 84 by 3 p.m. And that's all I've got for weather.
And find out how the volleyball team fared yesterday during their game against Kentucky. I'll have that and more up next in sports.
Legacy takes time.
takes dedication, spirit, and a greater vision. That vision starts here at the University of Mississippi. What will you be remembered by? Your character, your contributions, your friendship. Your legacy will define who we are now and who we are becoming for our state, our students, and our future. Ole Miss, build your legacy.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home.
Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right. How about some one-on-one? I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Ole Miss 18th NCAA tournament appearance.
This is fun, folks, as Baker's peeling it. Little heat check. Snow Collins for three. Bring it up.
Said, I love Madison Sky.
Ole Miss Rebels are having a lot of fun, and you can see why.
The Grove and Ole Miss football is back in Oxford this Saturday for their second SEC showdown against the Auburn Tigers. Auburn's defense has been good this season with players like Owen Pappoe and Derek Hall. But is it enough to beat the Rebels' offense? Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart is coming off a great game against Vanderbilt with a 448-yard passing day. Ole Miss running backs Quinshon Judkins and Zach Evans will be also coming in hot this Saturday morning, keeping Ole Miss's running offense outstanding. The number 9 Rebels will hoping to add another win to their undefeated season. Kickoff will be at 11 in Vaught Hemingway, and if you're wanting to watch from home, you can on ESPN. Now serving things over to the court, a tough match was played last night as the Ole Miss volleyball team fell short to the Kentucky Wildcats. The Rebels played great sets in Lexington but were victim to 3 10-point runs from the Wildcats. Kentucky did come out hot for the first set, but in the end, Ole Miss forced 4 sets for the match. Even with the loss, Rebel freshman Vivian Miller had a total of 10 kills, and sophomore Sasha Ratliff had 7 blocks. The team does have a weekend off, but will be ready for their next game in Oxford next Friday night, as they hope to get their 4th SEC win against Missouri. Some Rebels will be in Baton Rouge this weekend as the women's tennis team will be competing in the ITA South Regionals. Ole Miss hopes to add a 10th regional title this weekend. There will be 5 Rebels playing in the singles division and 2 pairs in the doubles. If the Rebels secure wins this weekend, they will have an automatic placement in the Fall National Championship. This will be November 2nd through 6th in San Diego. Matches for the tournament started today and will end on Tuesday, October 18th. Thursday night football is back again for another week tonight in Chicago. The Bears will be hosting the Washington Commanders as they hope to stay undefeated at home. Former Ohio State star Justin Fields will be one to watch from the Bears with his completion rate of 71.4% this season. With a win tonight, Washington will have their first away game win. They will be using players like Brian Robinson and Charles Leno to keep control of both sides of the field. Kickoff at Soldier Field will be at 7:15, and you can also watch from home on Prime Video. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to follow us at rebel_watch for the latest sports updates.
Thanks, Campbell. Coming up, we have a 4-legged friend that needs a home.
And you might be the perfect family for him. Stay tuned to meet him after the break.
During class and I tell her to talk to him. And it's like,
Oh, ew.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
Every week here on NewsWatch, we like to show an animal looking for home.
And this week, we would like you to meet Clyde. Reporter Haley Hood has the details on how to adopt this four-legged friend.
Hey y'all, meet our dog of the week, Clyde. Clyde is a 5-month, 2-week-old male and weighs 20.8 pounds. Clyde was picked up as a stray and then taken to the Oxford Animal Resource Center on August 23rd. He is a very silly puppy who loves to play and is fully vaccinated. His favorite things to do are run around and play with his toys. He loves to meet new people and will instantly become your best friend. Clyde loves to stay active and go on walks. Clyde enjoys his time here, but is ready to find a place to call home. If you're looking for a dog to love and keep you busy, Clyde is definitely the dog for you. His adoption fee is $100. If you're looking for more information about Clyde or other dogs, visit Oxford Animal Resource Center. For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I am Haley Hood.
Now we know it's not even Halloween yet, and many people don't even like thinking about Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
But Will Ferrell is getting back to his elfish roots alongside Ryan Reynolds in a new Spirited trailer. Elf star Will Ferrell and actor Ryan Reynolds are teaming up to help you get into the Christmas spirit this year.
The comedic duo will headline the new Apple TV Plus Christmas movie Spirited. It's an updated take on the classic holiday fable, A Christmas Carol, with Reynolds stepping in as Ebenezer Scrooge. Ferrell takes Reynolds through various settings and time periods before introducing himself as the ghost of Christmas Present.
Spirited will debut in theaters on November 11th. It will stream globally on Apple TV Plus on November 18th. Well, I just hope it lives up to the reputation of Elf.
Me as well. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the movie. Now, one last time for weather with Hannah Wong.
All that talk about Christmas just reminded me, we still have freezing temperatures for the rest of this week on Monday and Tuesday, where it will get down to 36 and 31. But you'll be able to enjoy a little bit more of your weekend and early week. I just wanted to remind you of that, and that's all I have for weather tonight.
That's all for tonight for NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Kennedy Cooper.
And I'm Olivia Wright. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 5.
Thank you, and good night.